Hello there, I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech. Today I'm sharing a mix of some simple keyboard shortcuts and some more advanced ones that you'll wish that you knew sooner. First up are shortcuts for simple and easy navigation. Starting with a simple way to shift between programs, and that's Command plus Tab. If you hit Command Tab while holding in Command and continue to tap Tab, 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 it'll let you see the most recent programs that you've been using, and it will let you cycle between them. So if you hit Command Tab, it'll go back to your most recent app. If you hit Command Tab, 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 it'll show a little thing on the screen of which program is highlighted. When a certain app is highlighted and you let go of Command, it'll go to that app. A simple variation of this is if you hold in Command and Shift and then press Tab, it'll actually cycle through your programs the other direction. When you're using the app switching shortcut, you can hit Command Tab to switch to a different app. But if you hit Command Tab and you tab over to a certain application, while you're still holding in Command, you can hit the Q key and it will quit out the highlighted application. This is a great way to quickly close a bunch of applications all at once, and I use this one all the time. Another shortcut that is closely related to this is if you want to jump between the different tabs that you may have open in your web browser. You can hold in the Control key and then press the Tab key. And just like you can use Command and Tab to shift between your programs, this lets you shift between your open web browser windows. And the same thing applies here. If you add Shift to the shortcut by pressing Control, Shift, and then Tab, it'll let you shift through your tabs in the opposite order. Next is Spotlight Search, and you can get to Spotlight Search by pressing Command and then Spacebar. Though Spotlight can be used to find files and do multiple other things, the one thing that I like most about Spotlight is opening programs. So if I want to open something, instead of going to Applications and looking for it and then opening it, you can just hit Command and then Space and then start typing the name of that application. It'll pop up on your screen and you can press Enter to open the application. I would say the other core feature of Spotlight is to search for something on your Mac. You can open Spotlight by hitting Command Space and then type in the name of a file that you may be looking for, and it will help you quickly search your Mac to be able to find that file. There are so many different things that you can do within Spotlight, especially in the new version of the operating system, but some of my other simple favorites are you can do quick math problems, and you can also look up definitions within Spotlight as well. Next up, if you want to quickly force quit an app, you can hit Command Option Escape and it will open up the force quit menu, and then you can select the application that you want to quit and then hit force quit. Okay, rounding out some of the more basic navigation things on Mac, you can hit Command W to either close a tab within a web browser or to close a window that you may have open. And if you want to quickly hide a window, you can hit Command H and it will quickly hide that app window. And rounding out some of the more simple ones, you can hit Command C to copy something, you can hit Command V to paste something, you can hit Command X to cut something, and if you did something wrong and you want to step back a little bit, you can hit Command Z. Okay, the next section is Finder and File Management shortcuts. You can press Command N to open a new Finder window. This one also works inside of many different programs. If you want to open a new window of whatever program that you're in, you can press Command T to open a new Finder tab. This also works within web browsers if you want to open up a new tab window within a web browser. When you're in the Finder or on the desktop, you can press Command Shift and then N, and that will give you a new folder. You can select a file and then press the space bar, and it will give you kind of a quick look preview of that file without actually opening it. And this one's one of my all-time favorites. You can select any file and then hit Command Delete, and it will send that file to the trash. Okay, the next section is all about screenshots and screen recording within macOS. You can hit Command Shift 3 to screenshot your entire monitor and everything on it. You can hit Command Shift 4 to draw a box around the area that you'd like to screenshot. And if you hit Command Shift 5, it'll open a screen recording and screenshot toolbar that will kind of give you all the different options that you have to record or take screenshots of your Mac screen. This toolbar gives you options like taking a screenshot of a certain area, taking a screenshot of a certain window or app, or taking a screenshot of an entire monitor. It also lets you set up the different settings that you may want when you're screen recording, whether it's, different audio or different screens that you're recording or different sections of the screen that you're recording. Pretty much all the screenshot and screen recording options can be found within this screenshot and screen recording toolbar. Okay, now shifting into some of the more powerful shortcuts. You can press Command Option D to show or hide your dock. Next up, you can press Control and then the up arrow like this to either open Mission Control, or Control and the down arrow to close Mission Control. Next, if you press Control and then the left or the right arrow, that allows you to jump from one desktop or workspace to another. So you can quickly jump between the different workspaces that you have set up on your Mac. And last up in this section, you can hit Command Control Q and that will lock your Mac for you. So if you're getting up to, grab a drink or go to the bathroom or whatever it is, quickly hit hit Command Control Q and it will lock your computer as you walk away. Have you ever accidentally closed a tab in your browser and you weren't really done with the website yet? This shortcut is for that. You can press Command Shift and then T and you can quickly reopen that web browser window that you didn't mean to close. I've started using dictation on my phone a lot more than I have in the past, and this quick shortcut actually allows you to do something very similar on your Mac. For this one, you're gonna need to turn it on and choose your shortcut in the system settings. So if you go to System Settings and then Keyboard, you can set up a dictation shortcut. For me, I chose hitting Control 2 times. Then after you have the shortcut set up, all you have to do is hit that shortcut. For me, I chose to use Control twice, so I hit it twice, and it will start dictation, and then I can just start talking and it will start filling in the words that I say into the text field that I'm using at the time. Out of all the shortcuts in this video, this is the one that I wish that I knew so long ago. It would have helped me out a bunch. I use my MacBook with a dock and 2 additional screens, but there's one problem with that. Whenever you unplug your Mac from a dock and you walk away and go to use it again in just laptop mode, a lot of programs don't naturally resize themselves. They're left as big as they were on your bigger screen, but on your smaller laptop screen. So you end up with just like a portion of the app over your window after you unplug it from the dock. A lot of times when you can get to the side, you can resize the window kind of this way. You can bring it left or right, but you can't really do anything to bring that top of the window down so that you can grab the corners or access it all to kind of realign it to your laptop screen. But thankfully, there's a keyboard shortcut to be able to fix that. If you hold in the Option key and the Shift key at the same time, you can click and drag, and instead of it just resizing this way and making it narrower, it'll actually resize to the center. And so that way you can quickly get to the top of the application and be able to move it around to wherever you need it to be able to reposition it on your MacBook screen. All the shortcuts I've shared so far have been built into macOS, but there's one that I think is really worth bolting on, and it's an app called Text Sniper. Text Sniper allows you to copy and paste text from pretty much everywhere. Whether it's in a photo or a video, Text Sniper can help you do that. You download the app, you install it, and then you set up a shortcut. The default one is Command Shift 2, and then it gives you this little crosshair and it lets you draw a box around the text that you would like to be able to copy. And then it copies that text to your clipboard so that you can then go into some other application and hit Command V or paste it into another application. At the time of recording this video, Text Sniper was around $8. I'll put a link for Text Sniper down in the description if that's something that interests you. Check it out. Those are my favorite macOS shortcuts that I think others may like as well and be able to get some work done. Which ones did I miss? And what are your favorite macOS shortcuts? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe we can have this kind of master list of great shortcuts and help each other out. Definitely hit that like button below and make sure to subscribe for more videos on how to get the most out of your tech. If you like macOS shortcuts, you're definitely going to want to know about the Quick Actions menu. I made a complete guide to the Quick Actions menu. You can check out this video here. Thanks for watching. I'm BobbyInBlue, and we'll see you in the next one.